Good morning children. I am happy to see you all once again through this video class. This is our 7th math online class. So far we discussed about the central tendency, that is mean, median and mode. Today we are going to see a new topic, that is graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. In the previous classes we discussed about cumulative frequency and we solved the median also. Okay, so before going to this topic, I want to ask you the question: have you all completed your homework? See children, I have planned like this. I will complete this chapter, statistics, by the 5th of this month, that is May 5, and by May 7, you have to complete all the homeworks in your math note. Okay, in your math fair note, homework as well as classwork, and you have to show me. Okay. So please cooperate with me and complete the homeworks sincerely. Okay. Before going to this topic, I want to mention you an important formula. There is a relationship between mean, median and mode. Understood or not? There is a relationship between mean, median and mode, that is called as empirical relationship or empirical formula. Okay, empirical relationship or empirical formula. This is an important 1 mark question. If they ask you the relationship or the empirical relationship between mean, median and mode, you have to write this formula. Let me write it. The empirical relationship or the formula is given like this. It is 3 median is equal to mode plus 2 mean. Okay, so please study this properly. The empirical formula or the relationship is 3 median is equal to mode plus 2 mean. Okay, so this is an important 1 mark question. Sometimes they may change this. For example, they may take the mean that side and they may bring the median this side. They may ask this formula in the format of fill in the blanks or MCQ type. Okay, whatever it may be. So please study this. From this you can derive the formula for mode as well as mean also. Okay, this is called as empirical relationship between mean, median and mode. Understood? Please note it down. Now we will go to the new topic, that is graphical representation of cumulative frequency. This particular topic is also called as Ogive curve. Okay, so graphical representation, actually it is nothing. You will represent the CF table, that is cumulative frequency distribution table, in the format of a graph. You know very well about graph. The graph normally contains x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so in the y-axis we will take the CF, cumulative frequency value, and in the x-axis we will take the CA. CA in the sense we will take either upper limit or lower limit. Okay, so this is called as cumulative frequency distribution curve. Okay, so there are two names, Ogive curve or cumulative frequency distribution curve. Why it is called as curve? If you draw the graph between the class interval, that is upper limit or lower limit, and the cumulative frequency, you will get a curve. Okay, so if you use the upper limit, you will get the curve like this, from bottom to top. Then you will use the lower limit, you will get a curve like this. Okay, so this curve is more or less S shape, so it is called as Ogive curve. Understood? O-G-I-V-E. Understood or not? Okay, so you are using upper limit or lower limit. Based on this Ogive curve is divided into two types. One is called as less than Ogive. Another one is called as more than Ogive. Hope you remember this less than, more than. Less than means below type. We have already studied on saw one sum. I think in exercise 14.3 third sum. Below. Okay. Below are less than or the same, and above are more than or the same. Okay. So less than means below. Below means upper limit or lower limit. Below means upper limit. Okay. So this less than is related to the upper limit, and more than is related to the lower limit. Okay, I think you have not get a clear idea yet. So please wait, I will explain it furthermore. So less than OG, more than OG. If we consider the less than type, less than and below, they are same. For example, in case less than 20 or below 20. If it is given like this, it means less than 20 or below 20 means the upper limit is 20. Understood or not? The upper limit is 20. Similarly, more than 20 or above 20, if it is given like this, it means the lower limit is 20. Understood or not? Here upper limit is 20, below means upper limit, above means lower limit. Okay, more than some value. Okay, the class is more than some value. For example, 20 to 30, it is more than 20. So 20 is the lower limit. Okay, so less than refers to the upper limit, and more than refers to the lower limit. Now you got the point. So more than 20 means, it means the lower limit is 20. Okay. So now if you draw the graph, that is draw the OG between, in the y-axis cumulative frequency and in the x-axis which limit? Upper limit of the class interval. Upper limit. Okay. So if you draw this graph, you will get a curve that goes from down to bottom. So this is called as less than OG. This curve is called as less than OG. OG is nothing but a more or less S-shaped curve. Similarly, here more than refers to lower limit. Therefore, the graph will be drawn between cumulative frequency and the which limit? Lower limit. Are you all following me? Okay, if you have not get any clear idea, once we solve an example, you will get it. Understood or not? So now, lower limit and CM. Now the graph, now the OG will come from top to bottom. Here bottom to top, here top to bottom. This is called as more than OG. Understood or not? Okay. Now, this OG is not merely a graphical representation. It can also be used to find the median value. Understood? Using this OG, we can find the median value. I will tell you how. Okay. So, when you solve a median, we used to find a value called n. Do you remember? We used to find a value called n. Then we will calculate n by 2. This n is nothing but n is equal to summation f. That is the sum total of all the frequencies. Do you remember? Okay. So first calculate the n by 2. Draw this graph, draw this OG, then calculate the n by 2. Understood? For example, if the n by 2 value is 25, you say. Now, in the y-axis, you mark 25. For example, 25 is here. N by 2 value you mark in the y-axis. Then if it comes here, from this point you draw a straight line that meets the curve. Understood or not? From the point of n by 2 value in the y-axis, you draw a straight line that meets at the curve. The point where it meets the curve, then draw a perpendicular line. Understood? The point where it meets the curve, draw a perpendicular line. That perpendicular line will meet the x-axis. Okay. Now in the x-axis you would have marked some scale 10, 20, 30. Okay. In the x-axis, exactly at what point this line meets, that point will be, this particular point will be your median value. For example, if this line meets at 60, then your median is 60. Understood? Clearly understood? Okay. In the same way, in more than ogive 2, if you want to find the median, draw the more than ogive curve first. Then similarly find the n by 2 value. Okay, if n by 2 value is 30, then in the y-axis, that is in the cumulative frequency, where the 30, this is 10, 20, 30, imagine like that, where the 30 comes, there you mark. Okay, from there you draw a straight line that will meet at the more than ogive. Understood? Okay. At the point where it meets the ogive, then draw a perpendicular line which will meet the x-axis. The point at which this perpendicular line meet the x-axis, that point will give the median. Understood? I think you have got some little idea. Okay, little idea now. Once we solve an example, you will get a clear idea. Understood or not? There is one more method, there is one more way to find the median. That is how means. So in the same graph, you consider the cumulative frequency and you consider the class interval. Class intervals in the sense both upper limit and lower limit. Why means in the same graph, if you draw the less than ogive and the more than ogive, you will get a cross like this. Both will meet at a particular point. Understood? Again I say, in the same graph, if you draw less than ogive and more than ogive, both the curve will intersect at a point. From that point, now n by 2 is not needed. From that point, you draw a perpendicular line that will meet at the x-axis. Draw from that point, draw a perpendicular line to x-axis. The point at which this perpendicular meets the x-axis is the median. Understood? This is finding median using less than ogive. This is finding median using more than ogive, and this is finding median using both the ogive. But here you have to draw both the ogive in the same graph. Understood or not? Okay. So now what we can do, if you want to draw this less than ogive or more than ogive, you have to convert the normal CI table, into less than table or the more than table. Now what we will do, we will consider a normal CI table, normal frequency distribution table, and I will teach you now how to convert the normal table into less than table, less than CF, less than cumulative frequency distribution table, and more than frequency distribution table. Understood? Children, please listen. Now we are going to see an example for converting a normal frequency distribution table into a less than or more than CF table, that is cumulative frequency table. This is a normal frequency distribution. Class interval is the frequency is there. Okay, we have to convert it into either less than 10 or more than 10 based on the question. Now I am going to show you how we will convert, or how will you convert this normal table into less than table as well as more than table. Understood? If you want to draw the less than ogive, you have to convert this normal CF into normal frequency table into less than CF table, less than cumulative frequency distribution table. If you want to draw a more than ogive, you have to convert this normal table into more than CF table. Understood? It's very easy. Okay, once I teach you, you will understand. So first, less than frequency, cumulative frequency distribution table. Okay. So how will you do that? First here class interval and frequency is given. But here how will you write? You should not write the class interval here, you should write in the less than format. Okay, I will tell you how. Consider this class 10 to 20. Okay, 10 to 20. In this class, the values inside this class are less than 20 and more than 10. Understood? The class 10 to 20 contains values more than 10 and less than 20. Which means if you say less than, it is 20. That is, it is the upper limit. Understood or not? So if you say less than, you will consider the upper limit. And more than 10, 10 is the lower limit. Na? If you say more than, then it indicates the lower limit. Opposite. More than means lower limit, less than means upper limit. Okay, therefore, while writing in this column, in the less than table, in the less than cumulative frequency distribution table, you will write in this format. You will write either less than or you can write below. You can write below or less than. Let us follow less than. Understood? Less than, will you write lower limit or upper limit? Less than means you have to write the upper limit. So what is the upper limit here? 20. Understood or not? This is the way you will write the class interval column in less than 10. Understood? Then here, what is the upper limit? 30. So here you will write less than 30. Then here upper limit 40. Less than 40. Then the last class upper limit is 50. So when you write less than, you will write only the upper limit. When you write more than, you will write the lower limit. Understood? So this is the actual class. You cannot say it's a class interval. It is a less than type here. Okay. Now you write the frequency simply. Just copy it now. Frequency 3, 6, 3, 11, 2. Understood or not? Okay. So now the important thing, you are going to find the cumulative frequency. Now we are going to find the cumulative frequency. Understood? I want to tell you one good thing. The less than table, the less than CF and the normal CF that you have studied in 14.3 are same. Understood? How we calculated the CF in exercise 14.3, that's the same with this. That is, how to calculate the CF? The first frequency will directly write. And for the second, what you will do? You will add the first one and the second one. Do you remember? That is 6 plus 3 equal to 9. Now, with this answer, you will add the third one. That is indirectly means you have to add first one, second one, third one. 6 plus 3, that is 9. 9 plus 11. Okay. So 9 plus 11 equal to 20. Then last one, fourth one, you have to add all the four. The first three addition total is here. With that you have to add the fourth one. That is 20 plus 2 equal to 22. Are you all following me? You know very well, isn't it? We have already discussed this type in exercise 14.3. The exercise 14.3 CF and the less than CF are the same. Okay. So here we will come from the first one, top to bottom. First we will write the first one, then first one and second one, then the answer and the third one, then this answer and the fourth. This is how we will do the less than table. Okay. So now let us look at the more than table. More than table is little different when compared to the less than table. So more than table. Okay. So here we wrote less than upper limit. Here what you will write? You will write more than. So whenever you write more than 10 means 10 is lower limit now. So whenever you write more than, you have to write the lower limit only. Less than means upper limit, more than means lower limit. Clear? So more than, the first value is more than 10. Then second value more than 20. Second value is more than 20. Third value is more than 30. And the fourth value is more than 40. This is the more than type class interval. I am writing here class interval. In the question they may give some terms here. For example, the houses, the localities, the age, blood group, something. Okay, you will write that. Don't write like more than C. Understood or not? Okay. So now, frequency just copy it down. 6, 3, 11. Now we are going to calculate the CF. I will tell you, this CF, this more than CF and the less than CF are not same. Understood? Less than CF is different, more than CF is different. Why? Because I will tell you the same example. I have conducted you an exam for 50 marks. I have conducted you an exam for 50 marks. No one got, see, imagine, no one got less than 10 marks. Means everyone got above 10. Understood or not? Everyone got above 10. Now, I'll ask you one question. How many of you got more than 10 marks? Then how many of you will stand up? How many of you will stand up? The whole class, isn't it? Because everyone got more than 10. Therefore, if I say more than 10, more than 20 also, more than 10 only. More than 30 also, more than 10 only. More than 40 also, more than 10. Therefore, if I say more than 10, all these four values will be added. Understood? And if I say more than 20, except this particular class, all the remaining will be added. For example, how many of you asked more than 20, have scored more than 20 marks? If I ask like that, only the students who got the marks between 10 to 20, they will sit. All others will stand. Therefore, except this frequency, you have to add all the three. Then, if I ask you, how many of you score more than 30 marks, then except this more than 10 and 20, you will add these two. And if I ask you, how many of you score more than 40 marks, you can't add these three, you will directly go with this. Therefore, I will tell you one shortcut. In less than CA, we came from top to bottom. Yes or no? We came down from top to bottom. In more than CA, I wish you to go from bottom to top. This is very easy. This is a shortcut method. How bottom to top? Here the top value we wrote the same now. Here the bottom value will be the same. Understood? More than 40 means only these two. That's all. Okay. Then more than 30 means this one also, this one also. More than 30 means those who are between 30 to 40, they will also be included. Those who are between 40 to 50, they will also be included. So, here we came from top to bottom, here bottom to top. So, more than 30 means you will add these two. 11 or 2 plus 11 equal to 13. Understood? This. Now, more than 20 means all the three. All the three how? This one, the sum of the last two plus this 3. That is 13 plus 3. You understood or not? We are doing the same thing but in the reverse order. That's all. That's more than C. Okay. It may not be mentioned like this in your book, but I am telling you a shortcut. It's very easy. Okay. Now, the first one, this result, the total of the last 3 plus the first one. That is, this is 16. So 16 plus 6 equal to 20. Understood or not? In less than OG we came from top to bottom. In the same way, in more than you will go from bottom the last value directly written, then the previous one you will add the last 2, then here you will add the last 3. Last 3 how? The sum of the last 2 plus the third, and here the sum of the last 3 16 plus the first one. Understood or not? This is how you will derive the less than table as well as more. Now you have got some understanding. Okay. So now what we are going to do? We are going to use this table and we are going to form the graphical representation. Understood? I wish you to do the graph in your graph sheet. You have already learned coordinate geometry in 9th standard, so you know very well how to plot a graph. So take one graph sheet. Now we are going to plot both this table in a single graph. Understood? We are going to plot both this table in the single graph. Okay, shall we do it? Before plotting the graph, we need to do one thing, because if you want to find median, we need to know the n by 2 value. So how will you calculate n by 2 value? First you calculate n is nothing but it is equal to summation here. Just add the frequencies. 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 11 20, 20 plus 2 22. That is n is equal to 22. That gives n by 2 is equal to 22 by 2, that is equal to 11. Understood? So you see the n value will be equal to the last value of the CF. I already told you. Similarly, it should be equal to the first value of the CF in more than 10. In less than 10, n value 22 is equal to the last value of the CF. In more than 10, n value is equal to the first value. Only if you get the answer like this, then you are correct. Understood or not? Okay. So now we are going to plot both these tables in a single graph. Okay. So I already told you, if you plot both the graphs in a single table, what will happen? For example, okay, this is the cumulative frequency and this is the class interval. If you are plotting the less than graph, less than curve will come like this. Less than curve will go from bottom to top, and more than curve will come like this. It will come from top to bottom. Both will intersect at a point. From that point, if you draw a perpendicular line to the x-axis, then this point, the point where it meets the x-axis, will give you the median. So I wish you to do it in a graph sheet, then only you will get the accurate answer. Okay, shall we start? Shall we begin? Okay, so first draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so here we are going to draw both the graph, isn't it? Therefore, you have to see the lowest value. The lowest value here is 10. So start from 10. And the highest value is 50. So 10, the class size is 10, isn't it? 20, 30, 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Here we started from 10, so no problem. In case if you draw less than curve alone, it starts directly with 20. In that case, you have to mention a spike like symbol. You can mention like this, which means the portion between 0 and 20 is skipped. Understood or not? Okay, but here it's not needed because we are starting with 10 only. So this is 10. And this is the class interval. Here we are going to draw both the graph. Therefore, this includes both upper and lower limit. In case if we draw less than alone, if we draw less than, you will write the upper limit. If you draw more than, you will write the lower. Clear? Okay. Cumulative frequency. You see the lowest one, the lowest cumulative frequency. What is the lowest cumulative frequency? The lowest cumulative frequency among this is 2. Understood? And the highest one is 22. So you can decide which table you are going to use. Okay, it's your wish. But when you draw a graph, if you start with 3, then you have to use the third table only. 3, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. If you start with 4, then fourth table. 4, 8, 12 like that. Understood or not? Okay. So I think we can use the second table or fourth table or your wish. Okay. So let us use the second table. So 2, 4, this axis is cumulative frequency. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Understood? So now first let us plot the less than curve. Less than curve. The graph will be plotted between class interval and the cumulative frequency. Understood? Class interval is along the x-axis and which one is along y-axis? Cumulative frequency. Okay. So class interval you have to consider the, for less than you have to consider the upper limit. So 20, 6. 26. Where is 20? 20 is here. Where is 6 in y-axis? Here. Okay. So approximately this will come here. 20, 6. First you draw the less than curve fully, then we will go for more. So 20, 6. Then next is 30, 9. Where is 30? 30 is here and 9 will come in between 8 and 10. Yes or no? So 9 will come approximately here and 30 is here. So this is. Understood or not? Okay. So this is 20, 6 and this is 30, 9. Then next one 40. We are drawing between class interval, that is the upper limit, and the cumulative frequency. So 40, 20. Where is 40? 40 is here. Where is 20? 20 is here. So 20, 40, 20 will come here. Okay. So this is your 40, 20. Understood? The last one 50, 22. 50, 22. Where is 50? 50 is here. 22 is here. So this is 22. This is 50. So approximately this is your 50, 20. Okay. So that's all. Now you just join this. So join this. Approximately we got a curve, isn't it? It's not exactly S shape, but approximately it's somehow you can consider it as a S shaped curve. This is called less than curve. Okay, this is the less than curve. As we saw, it goes from bottom to top. Now we are going to draw the more than curve. Is it easy? Very easy. Okay. Usually they won't ask you to draw both the curves in a single graph, but I am doing this for practice, so that both will be practiced at the same time. Understood? I am not going to do any problem except this example. So today we will just practice this. I will give you one homework, only one sum. You have to do it using this method. But usually either less than will be asked or more than will be asked. They won't ask both. Understood or not? Okay. So now let us do more than. More than start with 10. 10, 22. So 10, 22. Where is 10? 10 is here. Where is 22? 22 is here. So this is 10, 22. Then here 20, 16. So 20 is here. 16 is here. So this is 20, 60. Then 30, 13. 13 will be present between 12 and 14. 30 is here. Okay. So approximately this is 13, this is 30. 30 and 13. This is 30, 13. Understood or not? Then 40, 2. Where is 2? 2 is here. 40 is here. Understood? Okay. So this is your 40 comma. That's all. Now you join this point, you will get the more than OG. Okay. So let us join it. Okay. So this was the model that I showed, isn't it? Now both the curves cross intersect at this point, isn't it? So this is the more than curve. This also less than curve. Now they both intersect at one point. Now that point will help you to find the median value. How? From this point you draw a perpendicular, use the scale and draw a perpendicular line. The perpendicular line will meet the x-axis at a point. This point will give the median. That is why I asked you to use the graph sheet. Now you cannot tell exactly. Maybe if you consider this is 35, it may be approximately equal to, you can consider it as 34. But if you do it with a graph sheet, you can find the exact value. It's very easy, isn't it? And I told again I tell you one thing. Usually they won't ask you to draw both. They will either ask you to plot the more than OG or less than OG. And this is a 4-mark question. Okay, so that is easier than this. So easily you can get 4 marks. Okay, so now in this class we did just the introduction and the practice. So now I am giving you only one homework. That's all. We are closing the class. We are yet to start our exercise 14.4. Before that, do one thing. Exercise 14.3, which we already completed. Take any one sum. For example, exercise 14.3. Let's consider the 7th sum. You have already done this using median formula, isn't it? So what I want to tell you, do the sum again using this method. Okay, exercise 14.3, 7th sum. I want you to do it again using this method. So the table is here. This is the normal frequency distribution table. You convert it into less than table and convert it into more than table and plot both the graph in a single graph sheet. I want you to do it in the graph sheet only. Understood? Then the point at which both intersect, then join the line and find the median and check that the median you got through this and the median you already got through formula method are same. Check whether the answer of the graphical method and the median formula method are the same. That's your homework. Exercise 14.3, 7th sum using graphical method. That is OG method. You have to plot both the OG. And we will start exercise 14.4 tomorrow. There are only 3 sums given. We will solve one from more than OG and one from less than OG in the next class. Understood? So please do the homework sincerely and you have to complete all the homeworks related to this chapter statistics within May 7. Understood or not? Okay. Okay students, I will see you in the next class. Thank you.